Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Still tuned into the biggest youth show in the motherland. As you can see, I am sweating my life away. It has been a really good start to a Monday, and today we're continuing the conversation. Remember, we're talking all things rather that have to do with Mental Health Monday. And right now, we're going to discuss self-love. But it is Valentine's Day, and we're all about couples loving each other, especially on the day, which is tomorrow. But we also need to talk about how we can love ourselves better. And joining us in the building is Hluma, who's going to be talking to us more about that. And actually, we're going to be having a discussion about what it means to love yourself thoroughly in a way that expresses itself to the world. So Hluma, welcome to the show, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, first things first, let's get into the conversation. What is self-love in your terms?
I definitely say that self-love has a lot to do with how you take care of yourself, the way in which you navigate conversations with yourself. You know, when something goes wrong, are you kind to yourself? Are you hard on yourself? Self-love is definitely also taking care of yourself, like financially, physically, like taking yourself out, going out on a walk, making sure that you're sorted. So self-love really is a lot about taking care of the self and making sure that you're putting in as much effort as you do with other relationships. And
Absolutely. And I just wanted to get into that conversation because I think self-love is so important. And for me, at the beginning of my life, I didn't know what self-love looked like. Yes, I loved myself, but I didn't know that self-love includes not being a people pleaser. Self-love also includes having very difficult conversations with the people that you love, drawing boundaries, making sure that you're protecting yourself, protecting your heart, and most importantly, understanding that it's okay to love people, but it's okay to love yourself even more and draw boundaries in that. Why would you think having self-love is important for every individual that's living in the world?
So like you said, the boundaries, very important. Boundaries are very important. It helps you respect the next person, but also yourself. You know, you don't push yourself. You don't do things that are outside of your comfort zone. You're always making sure that whatever it is, you put yourself first and you make sure that you're comfortable. Self-love is very important so that we can navigate the world a little bit easier. I think that if a lot of people really tended to themselves, they'd also be able to understand how it is to be an empathetic person and to be kinder to the next person. So self-love is very important because it then also shapes how you have relationships with other people.
Oh man, that's so important because most of the times people will act to you in a certain way and you'll feel like, oh man, this person doesn't like me, or the man, this person actually has a problem with me. Most of the time they're reacting from their trauma. Like I've realized with myself, sometimes I act on a certain way, then I'm like, no man, I'm acting like this because of this and this issue that I experienced in the past, and I'm portraying it on other people where it shouldn't be that case. I should treat every single situation that I'm in as a new situation. So maybe someone is watching the show and is like, okay, Hluma, I hear you guys, you need to love yourself, but where do you start? Especially when you feel like you're not worthy of love. It's a loaded question.
It really is. Where do we start? It's a daily practice. I think you definitely can't put a time on it. You can't say, you know, I'm going to love myself this much today, tomorrow, or the next day. But definitely in terms of figuring out what works for you, what makes you happy, what are the things that you need to remove from your life, because you know, sometimes it also looks like that. Self-love looks like cutting off certain relationships or no longer, you know, being in spaces that don't make you feel safe or happy. So I definitely say take it easy, start it off day by day. It's a daily practice, so just remember that, but also be kind to yourself. That's also what self-love is about, being kind to yourself and making sure that you take the time to figure out what your relationship with yourself looks like, because that also is very important.
Okay, so as you know, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. There are a lot of single people in the world, and sometimes when it comes to Valentine's Day, I know for me, when I was single, I used to be like, nobody loved me, like I'm all by myself, everybody posting their partners, oh my God. How can we portray our self-love on a day like tomorrow? Let's say I am single and I maybe don't have anything to do yet. How can I show myself love tomorrow so that it's not a depressing day for me all the time? Because you don't know how long you might be single or how maybe you might get a partner the next day. It's like it varies. So how can I show myself that, you know what, girl, you're okay. It's fine to be single on Valentine's Day? Because we made it such a big deal now.
It really is.
Yeah.
So I definitely say maybe you could firstly start it off by getting out of bed. Taking the day to yourself. If you need a walk, take a walk. it's hot outside, take your pompi, something that really just brings you joy. So it's in the little things. Like, happiness really is in the little things, making sure that whatever you're doing it for yourself. Tomorrow. You're sitting there. If you want to watch a movie, want to watch that rom-com, watch it alone, watch it with a friend, another single friend, But yeah, there's definitely no pressure of like, if you don't have a partner on Valentine's Day, you're not loved. There's so much love in the universe. Absolutely. And there's so much love in the world. It doesn't only need to come in the form of a relationship. So if you need to spend it with a family member, a friend, even by yourself, if you need to take that walk, get some ice cream, take yourself out for some food. Yeah.
Are you celebrating Valentine's Day tomorrow? How do you celebrate Valentine's Day?
I think it depends if I'm single or not.
Okay. What season are you in right now? Are you in your singleton era or are you in your taken era?
My mom's gonna watch this, but
okay.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
So I definitely do have a partner, but unfortunately, because school is so demanding, I have to be at school tomorrow. So I'm spending the day with my lecturers. But I'm gonna be sending love to everybody. Gonna be sending love to my partner as well, making sure she's good. So yeah.
I love that, and I'm really so excited that you do have someone to celebrate it with. Guys, remember the conversation is all about making sure that you understand you don't have to spend it alone. Gather your girls and do what you need to do.